give you another way you can trade this indicator with this colored line, this trend line. So as you know, guys, we have two different types of setups. We have the all-day setup and the New York session. So the all-day setup, just to recap, is it calls a sell, then it holds the sell till it calls a buy, then it holds the buy till it calls a sell, and it holds. And here's the thing, like this can call it. This is September 18th. Then the next sell was September 27th. So it can take a while before it calls signals if you use this particular setup. So what most people do is they keep this on, which is this setup here, where they keep all signals off and time filter off. And then they'll also do this setup where they have the all signals on, but they use a time filter and a New York filter, but they keep everything else identical. So as you can see, when we have both on, you get way more signals. Now, I'm going to teach you another way you can get additional signals. This is strictly up to you. Personally, not everyone. This is not for everybody. This is for people who just have to have a trade or you're looking for a particular entry. I'm an additional entry. I'm going to kind of give you some tips on how you can get additional entries. Now, again, if you just want to take the sells and buys and you're just fine with just being patient, usually, my personal opinion, patience is one of the best qualities you can have in trading. But I'm just going to teach you this anyway for those who might be interested because it might be something that could be for you. Feel free to demo and try it out yourself. And if it's not for you, it is what it is, right? Just keep it with the buys and sells and remember just trade with the trend. So this strategy works based off the buys and sells of the all day one. So you're going to want to make sure that you're looking only based off of this setup right here with the time filter off and the all signals off. So remember, sell to buy to sell. In between that, you can look for additional trades based off the colored trend line and additional confirmations. So for one, we're going to hide this for now. And I want to bring up something called the FX Social Strategies Indicator. You should also have this. It comes with the Prodigy. And it has its own strategy, but I just want to keep it simple. And I want you to keep everything off except for you can keep use trend line on. They're the same trend. It's the same trend line as Prodigy. You can keep it on or off. Doesn't really matter. You're gonna turn off all of this stuff. You can unless you want to use this, you don't really need this. This is a social support and resistance areas, but you can keep this off because it has nothing to do with the strategy. You can turn off channels. You're gonna keep on MTF screener, and we're gonna make it like large. And we're gonna turn off this stuff right here, all of this stuff. We're gonna go to styles. We're gonna turn off all of this stuff. So it's gonna look like this, and I'll put a screenshot below so you can see what it looks like. Now, you're probably asking, why did I need this if I have the Prodigy? So, two reasons. One is it has this MTF screener, and I'm going to tell you what this means in a minute. And this is going to act as confirmation with this strategy I'm about to teach you. And it also has something called color line alerts. Well, it alerts you when you go from yellow to green, green to yellow, yellow to red, red to yellow. So it has all of those alerts, and I'm going to show you how to set those alerts up at the end of this video. But that's the other reason you would want to put this indicator on here. So let's talk about the actual strategy. So let's bring back up in the all-day strategy, not this one, but this one. Because this one's more accurate when it comes to just holding the trade. It's telling you like the overall trends of what it believes, so it's ignoring all the other stuff. So you don't have a bunch of buys telling you things, and it's throughout the day. So right now, for example, it called a buy. And so the strategy is this. There's a couple of things you can do. For one, when you see a buy prior, anytime you see a buy prior, you can look for yellow to green. When it turns yellow to green, with that buy prior, you can look for additional entries. And you can put a stop loss if you like. You can look at the market structure, or you can just hold it from yellow to green to either yellow to red, or from yellow or from green to yellow. Now, when it first calls it, I wouldn't particularly do that at the beginning. I would wait for it to, go up a little bit, unless it just violates the trade completely. Like, for example, I caught this yellow to green here. It came down and manipulated this, so some people might have got out, but it is what it is, right? You can't be perfect. But when it goes from green to yellow that fast, I wouldn't do it. I would wait a little bit. So let's say we waited and we let it get out this range first, and then unless it started trending down. So it's still trending up. This is called manipulation, so you can ignore that. And then you could have got it like right here somewhere, and so this could have been your exit, or you can keep holding it. But I would just say let's say you just got right here from yellow to red, or you could have just kept holding it, and then you got right here when it turned green to yellow right here. So you let it get in some profit, then you took it out. So you don't have to get out the first yellow to red, yellow to green. You can either get out when it violates, like for example, some people might got it right here and you just would have lost the trade early, but it's fine. You're not gonna win every trade. Or you can wait for it to go in your favor, then do it. So like I said, this is not gonna be for everybody. But another thing you're also gonna do is you're gonna look for the MTF screener for confirmation. So let's use this trade for example. This called a buy. Let's say we already took this trade or we missed this trade, whatever. Let's say we're gonna look for a yellow to green for our next entry while we're waiting. When I look for a yellow to green, I want to make sure on the FX strategies that you change the time frame to 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, and 1 minute. You want all of these to be green before you take your buy position when it turns yellow to green. So I'll give you an example. Let's just say that we're waiting for yellow to green. That's green to yellow. Then we're waiting for yellow to green. That's yellow to red. Oh, that's nothing actually. Keep going. Well, we're looking for yellow to red actually because we're going to sell, so my apologies. But we're looking for yellow to red. And remember, if we see yellow to green prior to a sale, we're not looking for that trade. We're only looking for yellow to red. So that's yellow to green. That's the way we're doing buys. So, guys, I'm all over the place. So we're looking for buys because that's the prior one. I didn't even see that. So we got yellow to green. Now, do we have everything lined up? Some people might take that trade because it does have a green 5 minute, 15 minute, 1 minute. So you could take this trade. But let's say you want to wait for all three confirmations. Then we'll wait. So then let's say that we got in right here. So then we do a long position. We just take a buy. And we can get out either it's gonna when it breaks, for example, it starts trending down and it violates the trade, for example, or if we see a yellow to red after we see some profit. So we're gonna just hold that trade. And you could just got out right there. You don't have to hold it to yellow to red. You could easily just close the trade once you're comfortable with profit. Maybe you see it hit this area right here. And you say, you know what? I'm cool with it just hitting this. So you can use market structure. You don't have to wait for it to turn yellow to red. I'm just giving you exit opportunities. So this is one of your exit opportunities. I could just, me personally, I always got it right there. But let's just say that we held it to yellow to red. I just don't want you getting a habit where you feel like you're only going to get out at yellow to red. You can get out whenever you feel like. So you can go to green to yellow. So I could get out right here. This is an exit opportunity. Now, I wouldn't have done it if it did it somewhere down here because I've been too early, unless it violated the trade. Like, let's say it called the sale, I would have got out. Or, so these are my exit points. If I did this buy here and then a sale came in, I would just close the trade anyway. But let's say that or it passed this buy for whatever reason, then I would have got out then. But it called yellow to green, and it went and it matched up with this, so we're good to go. I could have exited. You can exit here, or we're at 1800, or we can exit at yellow to red. Yellow to red. So let's keep waiting. Let's see which one was better for us. So then we got to exit right here. We could have really got it right there, but let's just exit here. So you could have exited right there or the other spot. So let's look for a sell example. And so we're just waiting for a sell example. I'm not going to actually take the sell. I just want to give you an example of after you see a sell, what to look for. And then I'll show you how to set up the actual alerts. And look at this thing. This thing is going crazy. Imagine you just held it to sell. You could do that too if you were like on a personal account. I want to do that for a funded account personally. And you could have really kept getting, I'm just waiting, but you could have got in once it turned that yellow to red somewhere up here, like right there. We got it right here, right? Or yeah, right here. We could have got back in right here, yellow to green. I didn't, but you could have got in right here. I think it could have put it somewhere right here somewhere. And then we could have held that trade. And remember, we wouldn't have did it right here because that's too early. But we could have just held it until we got into some significant profit. Unless, again, it violates and you just close it early. Don't hold trades don't get emotional with trades. And this kind of setup can get you emotional because you don't have a stop loss unless you put a stop loss. So, yellow to green. And then once I see some good significant profits, let's say that it turned yellow to red right here, I would have closed out right here. So you don't have to get out the first yellow to red. You want to at least be in some decent profit to where it makes sense. Because remember, this is a trend. So you want to still follow the trend and so forth. But let's look for a sell. All right, so we're going to look for the next yellow to red this time. Let's look at it. So let's look at this trade. We have all these red. They call it yellow to red. We're just going to take a sell, and we're going to either hold it to where it either violates, like it starts trending up, and I'm just going to close it early, or I'm going to close early once I see some huge profit. So when you see like a trend reversal early, just exit, because you're going to make a lot of money anyway when you see a good trend that you can hold also. And your trends last a lot longer than short-term reversals. So it's always good. You always get extra confirmations, but let's keep holding it. So remember, it has to actually show that you're doing it. So right now, this could be like a manipulation error. I could be wrong, but I'm just going to hold on to it real quick until it shows me something. And I could have gotten right here. I could have just exited early if I wanted to, but it never did a yellow to green or anything like that. So we'll hold it for a little while. All right, now this would have been when my exit would have been easy. Because look, it called a buy. And look, you're not going to be perfect with every trade, but let's go exit that. It sucks, but cool. We lost that trade, but hey, we want to trade also. You want to look at the goods and the bad. So we got this buy. We could have did this buy, but I'm not here to teach you the buys. I want to just teach you the yellow to greens. Not taking that trade because I'm only looking for buys now. All right, so we do a buy here. All of these are matched up. I could have gotten it right here, but it is what it is. We have to list on some profits. I was moving too fast. I could have got it right here somewhere, but let's just keep holding it. Here's the rule too. You want to be patient with your winners and impatient with your losers. You could have kept getting multiple entries here, or you can just hold the trade until you see either a green to yellow that you're satisfied with, or green to red if you're doing like a longer term. Now this, I would have exited right here. I would have exited right here, honestly, but I was moving too fast again. So we would have gotten right here and closed right here. That would have been like a 2,000 something plus trade, but we'll take it for what it is. And I'm out. That's it. So that's the strategy, guys. Again, this is not for everybody because it can be emotional if you are if you're not using a stop loss. This setup, you don't have to use a stop loss, but you do need to understand. Look, okay, if it calls a sell, if a buy happens, it violates the trade. That's easy. Or if I just feel like it's creating the opposite direction, and not just a quick thing like it does it and then it it just does like a quick sweep and it comes down. You want to, like, for example, if this candle closed like this, I would have easily closed because it took out this. But if it wicked it using this, the wick, then I would have just held it because that's probably just a fake out move. So, or, vice versa. If I'm going to buy and a sell comes in too early, I'm just going to close it. But if a yellow to red comes in too early while I'm still holding it, I'm remembering that, I'm here to hold the trend. So I'm going to wait till I have some significant profit before I close the trade on a green to yellow or a green to red or yellow to red and vice versa for the sell. So let's talk about how to set up your, as you can see, like, look at this trade. If you did a buy here, and then it also did a yellow to green a little later. So right here, so you could have gotten right here and held that all the way up. And then you could have also gotten right here. This probably like somewhere right here, and you could have been holding that. But how do you do the alerts? So let's say that right now you are in a buy trend. And this is the hour chart, so usually lasts a couple of days. So you're going to be in here for a while. Then you're going to simply just go to add alert. You're going to look for FX social strategies, and you're going to pick color change to, we're looking for greens, color change to green. You can do once per bar close. And then you can hit create. You can say trend, it's going to be automatically do it for you. Do your notifications and so forth, and hit create. So now I'm going to be alerted whenever it changes colors to yellow or green. But if I'm in a sell trend, you don't have to keep the yellow or green. You can just literally just exit that one. And I'll set up a sell alert. Oops, not Prodigy, but FX social strategies. Change yellow to red. Once a bar close. So that can be that simple for you, right? So this is a very simple setup. Obviously, if you implement like your own strategy, this can be great for whatever your strategy is, and you just need a confirmation to hold for longer term trades. And again, so I gave you 3 different strategies, right? For one strategy is this. When it calls, you can either do when it calls a buy, you take your trade. You can even do your stop loss. You can use like market structure, 1 to 2 or whatever, or 1 to 3, whatever you want to do. Then, it has this easy market structure. You can put your stop loss there or above the candle, whatever you feel comfortable with. So it's an easy indicator. But let's say you want to get in extra entries and you're one of those rebels and you just like lots of trading, then you can get in these multiple entries here. And again, so you have that entry, sell, buy, yellow to red doing a sell trend, yellow to green doing a buy trend. Now, the third one, again, is not our all-day setup, but the one where it only calls buys and sells doing New York session. So it called a buy here doing New York session. And it called multiple buys here also. You can't use this setup for the yellow to green because it's going to call multiple buys and sells. I mean, I guess you can, but just to keep it simple, this one's calling sales here. So you got 3 different steps you can do with this indicator just alone. Does that mean you need to do all 3? No. Find what works best for you. I'm just giving you the information so you can do what you think is best with this information. So hopefully this video helped. Let me know which one you like best. Do you like the all-day setup? Do you like the New York session? Do you like the color trend line change? Or you like all 3 and you keep all 3 on, and whenever you see a yellow to green, you turn this off a little bit so you can see which makes sure this is a buy, and then you look for your setup. So hopefully this video helpful, guys. Y'all be profitable, be safe, and remember this: be patient with your winners, be impatient with your losers, and don't get emotional when you're trading. If you're going to trade this color strategies, remember you're trading from yellow to red, doing the sell. And your exit plan is yellow to green once you're in profit. And your other exit plan when you're losing is if it calls a buy or the opposite signal, or if you see it invalidated where it's creating, for example, a trend against you. Just close the trade early because remember, we're impatient with our losers and patient with our winners. Y'all have a good one, and I'm looking forward to y'all guys' success.